Rounding out the left side of our bracket is Japanese legend Hideo Tokoro as he makes his return to the CJJ stage. Standing in his way will be CJJ Worlds 2019 vet. Standing in his way will be a CJJ Worlds 2019 veteran, and the always tough and aggressive Pablo Alfonso, representing Warriors Camp. This is Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds. The opening round continues here in Los Angeles. Please welcome to the CJJ mat representing Warrior Camp. It is the Hurricane, Pablo Alfonso. And his opponent representing Tokoro Plus, it is Hideo Tokoro. Hideo Tokoro, representing Tokoro Plus, taking on Pablo the Hurricane Alfonso. Mike Beltran, the referee. TJ DeSantis, Brandon McCaffrey, the Killer Bee, Ben Saunders, Matt Side here, Orpheum Theater in downtown Los Angeles for Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds 2020, the featherweights.
I'm super excited to see Tokoro back in here. We saw some really exciting play from him the last time that he was on the Combat Jiu-Jitsu stage. So I'm really excited. He keeps a super high pace, incredible grappler as well. Obviously.
Tokoro trains with the legendary Kazushi Sakuraba.
30 seconds to get down.
Alfonso rushed in. Look, he got one in on the feet there.
20 seconds.
20 seconds away from the get down rule. Alfonso taking it into his own hands, gets a takedown of Tokoro.
And Tokoro looking to clear the head. Maybe he's going to play a little rubber guard right here, but he's clearing the head early with his right hand there.
Quick ones answered by Alfonso. Alfonso, always aggressive and tough. It's interesting. Tokoro, really targeting that ear area of Alfonso, and that can really mess up a fighter's equilibrium.
I think that's probably one of the worst places to get hit in this tournament for sure.
Nice pass here from Alfonso. He changed sides. He's walking around. He's working on this body lock pass here. Tokoro doing a good job with his frame. Now he makes that longer frame. But you see how he uses, when he brings just his elbow in, he's framing with the elbow there against the neck instead of trying to frame with just the hand and get smashed. See how he does this? Just the stick of his upper arm right there. Makes a great frame.
Looked like Tokoro trying to dig for that Kimura maybe, but Alfonso countering with a...
He's going to get it flipped again. Tokoro, if he can free his head, he's going for the arm on the other side again.
A lot of MMA experience between these gentlemen. Tokoro, a veteran of 60 MMA fights.
Tokoro, if he pops his head out right here, he's going to be really close to a Kimura or an arm lock. Here he comes.
Alfonso trying to roll through it.
It's going to be oh, man.
Is he a little bit off base there? Is Tokoro too high, if you will?
Well, too high to make a finish right now, but he's not too high to advance his control and start to move towards a finish. He's in a very, very good position. We call this an ultra Kimura. See, he has both his feet here on this side. We call it an ultra Kimura. People call it all kinds of things, But right here, you see how the feet come up under there on both sides of the body. Both feet are on the same side of the body. I'll get my words right in a second, TJ.
It's a long night. Don't worry.
I'll mess it up again later. But yeah, this is a very powerful position.
You can tell Alfonso really trying to be as patient as possible here. He knows he can't make a mistake, and Tokoro always aggressive and dangerous, and you see him, he's in business here, but hard to see where...
Yeah, I think he's got his hands together on the inside, and I can see Tokoro's face from here out on the mat. He's putting a lot of effort into this. That's going to be important if this grip breaks and everything scrambles. If Tokoro is exerting himself too much right here, it's going to leave an opportunity for a big scramble, an opportunity for Alfonso, just like we saw in the last, not the last match, the one with Imanari on the way out of that arm triangle.
Yeah. Ooh.
Really in business. Tokoro, Alfonso trying to find an escape here.
Alfonso could be in big trouble.
What is the escape here for Alfonso? Is it to just try to get free and come out the back door?
Well, the main thing that he's got to do is keep his hands together or keep the arm that's being attacked. He's got to like anchor his hand onto something, either his own grip or the inside of his leg, or anchor it to his belly somewhere. So he's going to have to survive this position first. Anything that involves him trying to let his hand go free and start to scramble out is a recipe for disaster for him. So here he comes out now, maybe.
Yeah, you could see he was able to work his lower body and his legs there you go, to try to get out, but he was in a bad spot.
Yeah, now he's straight into the offense here. So just as soon, look at that, just as soon as Tokoro's submission fails, Alfonso turns it into his own offense now. Now Tokoro.
Whoa, nice.
What a reversal. And he's going to be on the back here. No
Oh,
way.
my goodness. Anything you can do, I can do better. This, a tennis match, if you will, just serving positions back and forth.
Yeah, that's a smart choice.
Mike Beltran wisely putting them in the center of the mat. I think these two featherweights will use every square inch allotted to them, so might as well put them in a position to not have to get a restart once the action picks up once again. Coming up on the halfway point here of regulation, Pablo Alfonso in the guard here of Hideo Tokoro. I couldn't tell if that was Alfonso getting hit by Tokoro or him almost headbutting the hand of Tokoro.
Oy, that's a Sakuraba move there. That's cold-blooded to turn it around on him like that. Tokoro doing a good job of controlling the posture, but Alfonso's willingly keeping his posture broken too.
Yeah.
The one time he has postured up, Sakuraba slap, double chop. Standard issue stuff, really.
And normally I thought he was keeping his elbows tight against the hips, but now it seems like he's let him rock up. Doesn't seem too worried about it.
Yeah, I don't think he's too worried about the close guard of Tokoro here. I think he's looking for Tokoro to overcommit a little bit, and as soon as he does, posture up and crack him.
Oh, that's real.
Nice little body head there.
When you work the body like this with these open-handed palm strikes, is it, the same effect in MMA where you're actually hurting the body, or is it just to, get some movement going, maybe open up something?
I mean, listening to it right now and watching this, I really feel it's kind of like throwing a Muay Thai low kick. You don't want to hear the slap. You want the thud where it's going through the meat, and you can kind of hear the density when they're actually making those hard, impactful ones that aren't very loud but kind of have a nice thud to it versus the very loud, sloppy ones, which probably is more fingers than the actual palm.
And it is effective offense. Going back to our last CJJ show in Monterey, we saw some cuts open with these, and Pablo Alfonso having some fun with the left hand.
Tokoro's staying cool, though. And now he sits up and tries to turn his offense on right away. So he's got the underhook over there on that other side. He's going to be looking to clear some space here. It's a triangle.
See, Alfonso wants to deal with it. A little under 3 minutes remaining here in regulation.
And this is exactly what you should do in a striking situation with your triangle.
Yes.
It's exactly the thing that you can do, I should say.
The only thing I would say is probably grab your shin with one hand so the posture isn't all just legs, and then you can just unload really with the free hand.
And even bring your very nice job by Alfonso there.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you said, Ben. There's not much posture control there.
Yeah, he was losing it.
Really responded hard with that left hand, did Alfonso. Now close guard for Tokoro. Touch over 2 minutes remaining in regulation.
Alfonso keeping that tight hug on the hips. Tokoro brings the left foot in, base against the hip. He's going to be looking to create a little space. This is the same setup that he just played for his triangle. Now he's going to look to sit up and hip bump here. Brings the shin across, nice.
Yeah, that was very sneaky. I almost feel sneaky strikes are going to be a big part of combat jiu-jitsu.
Sneaky armbar attempt there by Tokoro. Now a scramble. Alfonso trying to get the back. Tokoro trying to walk up the body. 90 seconds remaining in regulation.
Nice work by Tokoro.
Beautiful scramble of position here.
And I mean, with a minute and 25 seconds to go, this is exactly where Tokoro would want to be. He's got that arm attacked. He's working into a rear triangle now. There's a couple of different potential finishes right here. Alfonso doing a good job changing the angle. Look at that.
Alfonso able to bring his legs into the mix, and now he might get top position for it.
Definitely. Really nice job by Alfonso. A minute to go, and he's got the first hook in.
Tokoro trying to roll through. Alfonso able to get the right hook in as well. 1 minute remains. Really great back and forth battle of position and really offense from both of these gentlemen. And now Tokoro trying to get free. He does look like he's going to roll for that Kimura.
He changes back position again. Now the body triangle. He switches off to the arm.
30 seconds left. Some big right hands here by Tokoro. Alfonso covering up. Wonder if Tokoro's maybe not taking out some frustration here. Now going for the armbar, belly down.
Oh.
Rolling out of
yeah, that's
position. Unfortunate position there, as they're going to have to be restarted. And how do you restart them in that same position?
Yeah,
Mike Beltran going to be forced to do his best, but regulations very close here to ending. That's a wrap. We're going to be on our way to overtime here, and Tokoro having a little bit of a conversation there, and we'll get the coin flip. The coin making it dramatic there, spinning around a couple of times, and
takes it back.
So Alfonso will go on offense here, top of the first overtime. And again, traditional EBI overtime rules here, no strikes allowed.
Alfonso doesn't look like he's in a big hurry here. He's chilling. He's looking to control. So he's going to play for ride time here. You can see it right away.
Oh, nice.
You mentioned Alfonso looked like he wanted to sort of rack up that ride time, but unable to do so, as Tokoro able to get free. And now he will go on offense in the bottom of the first overtime.
Oh, he's taking the arm. All right, nice.
Interesting tactics here on display early from Tokoro.
I feel like this works out for guys more often than not.
I mean, going back to our first match, Anderson decided to go for that arm position in the last overtime, and he was rewarded with a 3-second armbar finish.
Yeah.
Well, Tokoro's going to be an arm lock specialist for sure. I mean, we've already seen him throw out attempts on the arm multiple times in this match alone.
And really nothing to lose here as well. I mean, he was able to get free.
Got it.
Oh, there's the tap. It's over. It's done. Wow. Hideo Tokoro on his way to the quarterfinals. Armbar stoppage of Pablo Alfonso. Nicely done by Hideo Tokoro. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner via armbar stoppage in overtime at just 11 seconds. Now on his way to the quarterfinal round. Let's hear it for Hideo Tokoro. We've seen a bit of a trend here tonight, as the fighters that have gone for that spiderweb position have been rewarded for it. First, Elias Anderson, now Hideo Tokoro. Brandon, walk us through the end in some of this action.
All right, well, we saw both guys doing that a couple of times from both positions. Pablo, he opted to stay low inside the guard there for the majority of his guard passing. But I don't know if we're gonna get to see the replay or not. But there's the very end of it. Tokoro just kept that deep grip on the elbow and just constant steady pressure. It ended up only being about a 15-second ride before the arm popped out.